Good evening. My name is Fred Litchfield and I'm the town engineer here in Northborough. And this is the meeting of the Northborough Earthwork Board. This open meeting of the Earthwork Board is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, the town of Northborough has been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public hearings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. All members of the Earthwork Board are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows the Earthwork Board to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream of this meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comments. Okay, all yours, Janet.
Okay, our first hearing today is Green Acres Landscape and Construction, 400 Cedar Hill Road in Northborough. Map 67, parcel 4. We all have the plans. Do we have the applicant?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, Brian. Guys.
Hi, Fred.
Hello, Brian.
Right.
One of you guys, who wants to make the presentation and just kind of walk the board through the plans, and then we can open it up for discussions.
This is Jim Tranghese with True North Construction. Matt and I are the project managers overseeing the project, so we'll take it from here.
Okay. Matt and Brian, are you going to be the presenters?
This is James Tranghese in Matt Ward. Yes, we
Okay,
can do the
James
present.
and Matt. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what you have here.
You guys like to review the site plan first?
Yes, that would be nice. Thank you.
1 moment.
We all have copies of the site plan too. So.
Everyone see our screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this project is for the development of an approximately 55,000 square foot athletic facility. The building has a large fabric structure in this area. It has a conventional steel and concrete building at the entry that will host offices as well as the meeting spaces. And then to the right of the project, so that would be Plan West, has a large outdoor field. And then Plan North has a large parking space, both Plan North and Plan West.
Where exactly is the building?
This right here.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the plans and I wasn't quite sure where it was. Okay.
So this right here is the indoor field here.
Oh, it's an indoor field.
Yes, so it's a large fabric building, steel trusses with a fabric liner. And then it has an accessory building on the front of it, a traditional steel metal framed concrete slab building that has the restrooms, some office spaces, as well as a couple meeting rooms inside. I'll flip to an architectural set to better help explain this. So this is the architectural floor plan. So here you can kind of better see, this is the metal building at the very front. Page left would be the parking area. So inside this area, there's a large lobby, some very small concession areas, video room, men's and women's room. And then that you enter the field in the center of the building. And this is a large indoor turf soccer field.
Wow. That's interesting. Now, what is your plans? How much dirt do you have to remove, and what's your excavating plan?
So we've put together a logistics plan that we can review. Give me one moment to pull that up. So this logistics plan has been developed off of the civil drawings. So this is the project entry, the proposed project entry. Again, this is the field. This is the outdoor field. So we'll have a construction entrance set up here. The construction exit set up over here at the other proposed exit. Trucking will enter in and out through here. Peter Hill Street is right off of 495. The entire front of the property will be protected from public with panelized temporary fencing. The perimeter around the other three sides will be set up with driven 6-foot high chain link fencing. This is actually on site already. All of the erosion control has been established and has been signed off by Mia at the Conservation Commission. This blue square represents our office trailer. We'll have some portable toilets and hand washing stations for COVID compliance here. And then to the far west of the site, we'll have a lay down area for concrete and steel erection, and as well as just storing other building materials.
Is that fence permanent or just for construction?
Just for construction. There's no fence at the front of the site. There's only some fencing around the back of the site to help catch balls and around this field.
How much dirt or gravel or whatever is there are you going to be, what is it called, loamy sand?
So there's a approximate 1 foot forest mat that's comprised of, deteriorated wood, leaves, loam, and sand. The exact cubic yardage, I don't know off the top of my head right now. But our plan is to go in there This is a largely forested site right now currently. So we'll go in, remove trees necessary per this plan. Remove the topsoil in specific areas. This area here and this area here are large retention ponds. So we'll cut the site down. Then we'll establish these erosion control ponds, and then progress with building excavation and foundation excavation.
So you don't know yet until you do some
Exploratory work.
Yeah, you don't know yet how much sand you're gonna burn or dirt or gravel.
All right, I'll just wait. Matt, do you happen to have the cut and fill analysis off the top of your head?
Hi, this is Matt from Green Acres, the site contractor on the job. I was just trying to look back at what we did for our takeoff on that. Obviously, this is an estimate because we don't, know exactly what's there for material. We didn't have test pits and that information ahead of time. I believe we plan on hauling 6 inches of topsoil over the entirety of the site, or the majority of the site anyway. So that was roughly 4,421 cubic yards. And then from the loamy sand area, we had planned on stripping 19 inches over 104,000 square feet for another roughly 6,098 yards. Again, that's, estimates that were done, for the bid, for the quote itself. So it's not, necessarily 100% accurate. And until we get in and our layout guy is able to go in and shoot grades and do all that work, we won't know exactly what we're looking at.
Do you know what the when you did test borings, what was the level of soil versus sand?
I'd have to defer to James on that. We weren't involved in the test borings.
It was approximately 1 foot of the fourth mat, which contains the loam. This will be a largely export project. So I just pulled up. This is the erosion control plan. You can see here pretty clearly the property boundaries, and a very large percentage of this site is developed. I think this is just under 6 acres. This entire area here, will be cut down and then brought back up with structural fill. And, a lot of the loam will be reused on site around these basins. There's a geotech, a wetland mix that goes back in the bottom of both of these retention ponds here. And then a lot of the, the loam that's in this area will be removed and then reused on site here. Down in this western portion of the site, there actually is no topsoil. It's currently all boulders, but some of it will be reused here to clean this area up for planting when we're done with construction.
Hey there, this is Tony Pini. Can you tell me just generally which way does the topography flow?
Yes, absolutely. So this area along Cedar Hill Street is relatively flat. The existing conditions is relatively flat, and then it starts to taper off. There's a large culvert in the back of the property here. I believe it's property of the MWRA. So about, I would say 40 or 50 feet before that culvert, there's a gentle slope downward in the I would say the average of 10 feet, 10 feet along this back southern portion of the site.
So that tension pond is supposed to carry that, whatever excess comes off the high ground next door?
No, the purpose of this detention pond is to catch storm water runoff from this building and divert it into this retention pond.
Okay.
There's a stone drip strip along both perimeters of both the fields here that gets piped into this storm retention pond and then this storm retention pond.
Are there any more questions from the board?
I'm all set, Janet.
Ron?
That looks good to me.
Okay. Do we have a bond amount?
Yep, 1 second. Let's see, I did do a bond amount and the total comes out to $28,500. It includes the stockpiling of the topsoil. And then if in the event that the applicant were to walk away, we'd have to hire a bulldozer to come in and spread that amount of topsoil, hydroseed the area. And then there's also the money that we always carry for the as-built plans. And so the total, including the 15% contingency that we always charge, is $28,500.
Did you say 28?
28500.
Okay.
Just a question on how many trees are approximately there now and how many you plan to cut down?
The whole 80% of the site is wooded. So it looked like there's about a two or 3 year growth in this area of the site. So, there's, trees with a 1 or 2 inch diameter in this area here. Right throughout. This secondary area is truly forested. There's a bunch of large pine trees in that area. An exact number would be very difficult, but it's roughly 100.
Yep, there he is.
And we've gone. We've met with the DPW, the tree warden, and received his blessing on that.
So will there be any trees left when you finish, or are you gonna plant your own trees? Or
So both, combination of both. Trees that are not needed to be removed in the public right of way have all been flagged to remain and will be protected. And then there's also a landscaping plan here that we can just review. So again, here's your entry. And then here's your other entry. So there's a large amount of plantings that are going to occur along the street here, along Cedar Hill Street. There's some existing oak trees over in this corner, and then all down here that are to remain. And then there's also some other sporadic, trees that are scheduled to be installed around the landscaping areas.
mm-hmm. I was just curious, how far is your exit that's closest to Bartlett Street? Because that's a pretty busy street there.
Bartlett here, can do a quick dimension here. 1 moment.
Ron, just so you know that when this project went before the planning board, they were concerned about traffic queuing up in Cedar Hill Street, entering into the site during large tournaments. So they requested
Yeah.
the driveway entrance be as far from Bartlett Street as possible, which is why the configuration is the way it is.
Good, good, good.
Right now, it's approximately 300 feet.
Okay.
We
Because I was
typically-
wondering if if the trees are gonna remain on the corner there, and it's a busy road, and if they come out of that exit, you know, the trees might block the people either coming out of the parking lot or coming from Bartlett onto Cedar Hill Road.
Ron, we covered this with the planning board, but just to review here as well. Most of the traffic that we'll be adding in that area is going to be on weekends and in the evenings. It won't be during the business day. So most of the additional traffic won't be where you see that most of the traffic is off hours primarily.
Good. So this place won't be open at night?
Yeah, it will, but most of the traffic will be at 6 at night till 9:30 at night.
Okay, is the board ready to take a vote?
Yeah, all set.
Okay, Tony, how do you vote?
Approve.
Ron, how do you vote?
Approved.
Janet, approve.
Tom is here. Janet, do you want to ask Tom to vote?
Oh, yes, sure, Tom.
Tom's still on mute.
Oh, okay. Tom's still on mute. Okay. Tom, get off of mute.
I think he's on his phone and having trouble like Tony did.
If
Ron
you
did.
were on your phone, you can dial, I believe it's *6 to unmute yourself through the keypad.
That's our little angel there, Jim.
Yes.
Okay, Tom. Do we hear you?
All right, I think I got it unmuted.
Hi, all right, welcome.
Okay, Tom, how do you vote?
Yay, let's approve.
Okay. Okay. Does someone want to make a motion?
Sure, I make a motion that we issue a earth removal permit for 400 Cedar Hill Road, map 67, parcel 4, with a bond amount of
28.5.
28.5.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. You're all
Hey,
set there.
I know that Brian and the gang are anxious to get started right away. So I would ask that you could all swing by and sign tomorrow. Just give me a call and let me know when you're at the door. The town hall's still closed to the public, but somebody will meet you at the door and let you in. Just call the office. And then as soon as the bond gets posted, you guys are good to go.
Will
So
do.
the options on the bond are either a performance bond from a construction insurance company or cash. If you decide to do a cash or check or something like that to deposit with the treasurer's office, they will ask you for a W-9. So if you don't have one, I can send you one to fill out and bring in with it, or just bring it if you got it.
Not a problem.
Whoever
the bond-
posts the bond needs to know that it can only be returned to whoever posts it. So just be aware of that when you come to wrap up the project in the end. The other thing, in the permit, it's good for 12 months. So if the project's not complete, 12 months from now, you'll need to reapply. The fee is half, but the process is the same with the legal ad and a public hearing required again.
If we go down the performance bond road, simply made out to the town of Northborough,
Yes, it needs to be a insurance company that's, allowed to do work here in Massachusetts. The permits, the bond can't expire. So it's not the bonding agency's obligation to just let it lapse if you don't pay them. It has to be approved by the town before it can be closed out.
Most likely be in the form of a check.
I'm sorry?
I said it'll most likely be in the form of a check.
Okay. Most applicants do that, but the other option is a performance bond if you like.
Yep, understood.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Janet, can you just hold on and see if Jim had any other attendees that might have
Oh,
public
okay. I didn't,
participation part?
We
yeah.
I
haven't
see
approved-
Henry and Scott Rogers are on there, but I don't know. I don't see any hands raised. So I'm guessing they don't have any questions.
We haven't approved the minutes yet of last meeting.
Well,
Well, we're not done with the meeting, but we're done with the public hearing portion of the meeting. And I want to make sure that the public, if they had any questions, had a chance
Yep.
to ask them.
Understand.
And there's two people out there as attendees, but neither of them have their hand raised. So I'm going to assume that they don't have any questions and we're good to close the public hearing.
Gotcha.
Okay,
okay. So
you guys are good.
The public hearing is closed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the only other thing on the agenda is the minutes.
Okay.
We can talk about the bond
Minutes
spreadsheet.
of,
if you like.
oh, I'm sorry, January 20th.
Yes.
Okay, has everyone read the minutes and agree with what's here?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Tony?
I move to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
We gotta do a roll call vote.
Oh, okay, that's right too. Tony, do you approve the minutes?
I
Of
approve
January
the minutes.
20th. Ron, do you approve the
Yeah.
minutes?
Yes, I do. Aye.
Tom, do you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Janet, yes. Minutes,
Sorry, Fred,
Yes.
just on the last vote, we didn't do a roll call vote on 400 Cedar Hill.
Actually, she did the
You
roll
did.
call vote before the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'll make sure it's in the minutes correctly, but you did do a roll call vote. It just was a little bit before the motion. So I think we're good unless you want to do it again. Happy to do it again.
no, I think we're fine.
Okay. Do you have any questions on the spreadsheet?
I really
Not
have,
much going on so far because of the COVID thing, but I think things are going to pick up very quickly.
when do you think that the town hall is gonna open, Fred?
Well, don't know. I think maybe June 1st is a tentative date. Right now, it's closed. They're outfitting each of the offices with plastic barriers so that where we have counters, like in the engineering department where we have a counter, there'll be a plastic barrier there so the
Okay.
public can be on one side and be protected and staff is on the other side, and we'll limit traffic into the office itself. Right now, we're still, some of us are still working remotely and sharing time in the office. I believe that as of Monday, April 12th, the town administrator has asked all the staff to start coming back to the town hall on a regular basis every day, unless they have a medical or family emergency or reason for not. And then we will go back to regular town hall hours, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 4, Tuesday, 8 to 7 p.m., and then Friday, 7 a.m. to noon. We have been on 8 to 4, Monday through Friday, pretty much since last April.
I have a question. What's going on West Main Street there that they, in the swamp that they, curiosity?
I assume you're talking about next door to Duke's Garage.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a question too.
They have an order of conditions from the Conservation Commission, and they're proceeding with house,
House?
residential construction, yes.
Are you kidding me?
I know, I'm not kidding.
How much
I'm
soil are
not
they
kidding
gonna,
about that.
how much, we haven't been before the board for bringing in soil.
They're not required to come before the Earthwork Board for residential that's less than 4 units or less than 3 units, so.
Oh. So he's gonna have to build that up to
Yeah.
1-to-1 or 3-to-1?
He's gonna have to build it up. I actually am not familiar with the plans because Mia in our office has been working with the Conservation Commission. Perhaps Tom could elaborate a little bit more, but they will have to build it up, and then there will be a slope in the back. There may be a wall or a terraced approach out the back. I don't know if you have any more to add, Tom.
Is that going to be single family or is that going to be multiple?
I'm waiting for Tom to share with us what he's got.
Actually, they came in and changed, and it's 2 small houses on slabs. And it's a partial fill, but it still has, gonna have a steep driveway down and around the backs of the houses.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Interesting. Are you working on
Yeah.
that, Tom?
No,
Oh,
No.
you're not?
Conservation Commission held a hearing and issued an order of conditions, which is why they've started, but it's not something that would come before you. Doesn't meet the threshold for your
Right.
application.
What about the assisted living or the nursing home up there on Cutoff?
King Street?
Yes.
Well, the developer of that project prepared a memorandum of understanding with the town as required by the Zoning Board of Appeals approval that will allow him to build a new driveway across
Right,
his
I read
property
that,
at
yep.
38 King Street. And then it will line up with his driveway to 39 to 43 King Street where the assisted living facility will be. And then once that's done, he will then ask the selectmen to alter the layout of King Street so that it would be one way coming in from Route 20 with a stop sign at that driveway, at that place where the road comes up from Route 20.
Right.
And then, and it would be one way to that point. And then the goal is to have traffic enter and exit King Street as much as possible from Route 20 at that new driveway location, which is much safer than the current configuration because it will be at 90 degrees to Southwest Cutoff.
Will they be before our board?
He will come before your board for the site plan for the assisted living facility. He's still a ways away. He's got to tear down the building. He's still working on securing his financing. Things have been up in the air because of COVID and because the DPW director and I made sure that the plans that he had to build that driveway over his property at 38 King Street met not only our requirements for town to take it over as part of King Street later on, but also with Mass DOT to make sure that they're okay with the way it comes out onto Route 20.
What about
By that little building there.
what's going to happen with that small factory there on the right, on the left or right,
The
whatever?
brick building,
Yeah,
that's gonna come out. That's right,
gonna-
that's where the road goes right through it.
I see, okay.
There'll be a little
Okay.
sliver there. Then he has a couple of parking spaces on the other side that abut the one house that's on that side in between them and that office building.
Uh-huh,
But the access will be primarily what happens on that parcel, get to King Street, and then across the street to the assisted living
well,
facility.
that'll be an improvement.
Yeah,
A question on the, we can't talk about the fire station property. I noticed has been no runoff of dirt onto the highway. Is that right, Fred?
yeah, nope, it's all pretty stable out there. I know that they disturbed a lot of soil, but the sidewalk is pretty well established there. The concrete sidewalk that Mass DOT put in when they rebuilt that portion of West Main Street. So I haven't seen any problems there with stuff coming off the site, although we haven't had much rain either, so.
I saw it
Yeah.
today. It looks good back there.
If there is a problem, the owner has to take care of it,
That's
not the
correct.
town?
The town does not own it yet.
Okay.
Anything
Okay.
else I can answer for you?
I think does anyone want to make a motion that we,
One second. I just had one other thing.
okay,
On the agenda, it says that your next meeting would be April 21st, but that's not true.
okay.
Oh, sure.
Unless you want to meet again, but I haven't scheduled it yet. So I'm looking at the third Wednesday in May, which I believe is the 19th.
May 19th, okay.
Town meeting is May 1st, Saturday. And the election is May 11th. I believe.
11th. Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully I'll see you all at town meeting. I know I'll see you, Janet, because it's required for the chair, just like it's required for department heads.
I'll be there. I'll show up.
I expect, hopefully I'll see you all.
Okay,
Any
Yes, you
questions in
will.
the meantime, let me know.
okay. Does anyone want, does anyone want to make a motion to adjourn?
I so move to adjourn the meeting.
Second,
Roll call vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, nice
A
seeing
roll
you.
call vote. You gotta have roll call vote for
Roll
everything.
call. Roll
Oh,
call vote, Janet.
oh, okay, roll call. What do I'm not, what do I do? Just say
Tom,
Ron?
how do you vote?
Oh, I see. Tom, how do you vote?
Yes.
Tony, how do you vote?
yes.
Ron, how do you vote?
Yes.
Janet
Maybe.
votes yes.